And we are back. Yes, I'm late. Sorry, bitch. Sorry, bitches. I'm late. Very late. But I'm late, yet I have something very, very important to tell you. I need you guys to never, ever, I need you to listen. Let this sink in. Listen, listen, listen. Never give up and persist. Persist, no matter what. That's how we're starting this out today. That's how we're starting this out today. Because I'm telling you that you have no idea what's going on behind the scenes ever. You don't. But if you don't quit, if you don't give up, you will get your manifestation. I'm telling you, I'm always testing things, bitches. You're welcome. And in case somebody, Taylor Debbie time, in case somebody saw my feet pic on my TikTok yesterday, Taylor's like, you're supposed to sell those. And I was like, it's like Costco. I was giving away a free sample. But any hoot nanner, I honestly, I'm telling you, don't give up. Don't give up. Taylor, I knew you were here, bitch. I was going to respond. I'm like, I was just giving away a free sample, testing the waters. But I need you guys to know that, because as long as you persist forward, I didn't even introduce myself. Jesus Christ. We'll get back to that in one hot second. Oh, I got to turn my Wi-Fi off. Hold on. Okay, Wi-Fi is off. Apparently, I can't download videos from TikTok unless I have the Wi-Fi on. And so it's like, what the fuck? Okay, so I'm going to get back to that inspiration in a second. But I'm telling you, I'm imploring you, okay? But I'm going to introduce myself first. Okay, my name is Jen. I am, of course, your manifestation bestie, where I teach you how to leverage the law of assumption and everything else to work in your favor. I obviously already know that sounds good to you, so click that follow button, subscribe button, wherever you're watching from. I typically go live every day at 10 o'clock Pacific time. If you ever miss a live, I will always post them on the tube of the U. So while you're there, subscribe, watch them, implement, okay? Also, I manifested my boyfriend from no contact to living with me in only 4 weeks, and I'm here to help you do the same. So there's that. If you're interested in having me manifest your recipe for you, or you want to work with me one-on-one to figure out where you're going wrong so you can get your shit right and tight, all links are in my bio. We also are doing recreating SP stories and SP songs, which are lit, by the way. They shift your whole ass mood. I'm telling you, they're fire. You should get one. I'm starting to think, even though this is my show, I'm starting to think that I have to buy my own fucking song. Ruta Dance Co., where the fuck have you been? But any hoot and nanner, yeah, I think that's it. All right. I implore you all to work with me, because I know exactly what the fuck I'm doing. Okay. I know what I'm doing, and I'm good at it, and I'm here to help you be good at it. Well, hello, Gish. Long time no talkie, bitch. But I need you guys to know, never stop fighting. Never give up. Never give up. I'm telling you. First out said a bunch, then said wants me in his life as a friend. Courtney, you already know what to do, bitch. A friend. I have enough friends. I don't need another friend. You know what I'm saying? So obviously that's good, because you're seeing the turnaround. So you're going to keep going and persist. Oh, flashy. I meant to come back, but something told me to answer the number, and I'm glad I did, because it was very... It was me getting a manifestation. which is why I tell you guys to persist no matter what. No matter what. Now, I will tell you though what I was doing, because I'm always testing things for you, right? Which is why I tell you that if you were to prioritize on the spectrum of things. Oh, I forgot to tell you, we have a friendly contest every day here on the TikTok. If you share this live or repost this live, you'll be entered to win some amazing prizes. In fact, I am in such a good goddamn mood. Of course, we can book a call beginning of next week. Flashy? I am in such a good goddamn mood. Someone is going to win a coaching call today. And if you already have a coaching call or you already purchased one, it doesn't matter. You can still be entered to win. All is well in the neighborhood. Okay? So don't give up. You can't, because you don't know what's going on behind the scenes. And so your job is literally not to question anything. Don't question anything, because I'm telling you that you don't, you just don't know. You don't know. But if you do what I'm telling you to do, you will get your entire manifestation. It's inevitable. It's inevitable. By literally leveraging a couple different things. Sarah, I will take a look-see today. If you could kindly remind me, that'd be great. Oh, if you have any questions about SPs, go ahead and drop them in the comments below. I'd be happy to answer them for you. It's not exclusive to SPs. If you don't like that shit, you can scroll to the next, okay? But if you have a question about SPs, drop them below. It's not exclusive to it. If you want to know how to lose weight, you want to know how to manifest money, business success, all the things, I've done all that shit, okay? So I can help you do the same. All right. Now, I will answer a couple questions because I freaking get new. And welcome, Cancer Moon. You are going to love it here. We are like a family around here. Everybody gets to know everybody. We support each other. And I am here to support you. I'm never here to tell you what you want to hear. I'm here to tell you what you need to hear. And I will also kick your ass and yell at you when you get out of line. So welcome. What up, Tyrese? Long time no talkie. Okay. Can you explain why living in the end sucks? Yes. Because it depends on where you're at with your SP, okay? So if you're in no contact with your SP, trying to live in the end of marriage is like, it's unrealistic advice for most people. And the reason for that is because most people can't even live in the end of fucking contact, let alone marriage. You know what I mean? They're constantly looking for movement in the 3D. They're looking for confirmation of something. They want to see movement. And when you don't see that movement, they start to spiral. They start to get all in their thoughts. They start to waver. They want to quit. They want to give up. They want to do all that shit. That's why living in the end doesn't work. That's why it's trash advice. Because there's a lady who lived in the end of marriage, right? This is what she promotes, living in the end. Live in the end. I lived in the end of marriage. Do you know how long it took for her to get her manifestation? 13 fucking years. Who the hell is going to wait 13 years? I'm not. Like, no. You know what I'm saying? I'm impatient. So I want my shit and I want it now. You know what I mean? So because of that, I'm not living in the end of that crap, because it's very hard for people to do that, right? It's kind of like if you have $100 in your bank account, you're supposed to live in the end of being a millionaire. You know what I'm saying? Like, why don't you live in the end of having 10 grand? Then when you get that, it's a lot more motivating and a lot easier for you to live in the end of the next step, right? So that's why I don't think it's realistic advice for people to live in the end, because there's too much wavering involved there. Versus, thanks Gish, and thanks Tyrese, because if you would live in the end of just the first step with your SP, when that manifests, it's a whole lot easier for you to live in the end of the next step, and then the next step, and then the next step, right? This is why it accelerates. This is why it speeds up. But so many of you get your fucking panties in a bunch over the stupidest shit in the world. You do. You get your panties in a little twister over the dumbest shit ever. And you guys got to stop doing that. Okay? Because you have to understand that how do I say this? Your inner conversations are the most important thing ever. And living in the expectation, in the knowing, okay? In the knowing. I told you before that when my boyfriend came back, he was like, what'd you tell your daughter? I was like, nothing. That you're coming home? He was like, what the fuck? He's like, what'd you tell your friends? Nothing. Like, what about your parents? Nothing. That you're coming home. That you're at your parents' house. Taking care of some business. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's it. And that's because I don't want anything to deter me, but because that's like, for me, that's living in my reality, right? That's living in what it is that I want instead of what I don't. Okay? So I'm not saying you have to go tell the whole world. Okay? That's not what I'm saying. But when you focus your inner conversations and you live in the expectation, you don't understand that you guys get so locked in on the mundane shit. Like, but I'm blocked. So, do you know how many SPs have shown up at their door? Blocked. So, what does that have anything to do with anything? Okay? But you guys are viewing all of this shit as circumstances. Okay? And you're creating unnecessary circumstances because you're focused on all that stupid shit when you should really just focus on what it is that you fucking want. Have your inner conversations about what you want. But you guys try to figure out the how, right? You guys try to always figure out the how and be like, but I need this to happen before this can happen, before this can happen. I'm here to tell you that's actually not the case. It's not the case at all. Because 15 steps could be completely jumped over for you to get your manifestation. No one can stop it, even if they know what you're doing. Even if they know what you're doing, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. If you know who you are, they have to know who you are. If you leverage the people in their lives, then they aid in your manifestation. Care to guess how I know that? If you like, fuck, I wish I could tell you guys. I wish I could tell you guys here, but I can't. Okay, I can't. Just know I'm having one of the best days of my life. But it's because no matter what you want, you persist in the knowing. You persist in the knowing. And everything that you guys stress about, you will receive confirmation of the opposite. So what the fuck is the point? What is the point? When you need to stick in your inner conversations, you need to stick with your manifestation, no matter what they said. Leverage what they said and flip it. Flip it. And don't fucking worry. Oh, Bevy. Actually, you don't even know what's going on. Yeah, you don't actually know what's going on. Because a lot of my personal life I keep private. Because I'm too busy working on my manifestation. But I'm always testing things. I tell you guys, I'm always testing things for you. My poor fucking boyfriend. He's like a petri dish for testing. But I'm all done now because I've cracked it. I have figured it out. I am all done now. because I feel like, well, anything else. I mean, I'll test little things all day long, but I figured it out. And I know exactly the priority spectrum, because when I was manifesting my boyfriend back, right, I was trying all kinds of things. So, well, I'm not trying, but I was doing all kinds of different things. So I tell you guys what to do because it's everything that I did, right? But then I'm trying to figure out. But then because I love you bitches, you're fucking welcome. um, well, yes, Tyrese. Yeah, that's one of them. That's one of them. But I'm always testing things out, and I want to, because I'm not perfect, right? None of us are perfect, okay? I'm not perfect. I'm not going to come on here and be like, I'm just this master bitch that gets what I want and nothing ever slides back. No, but I'm here to teach you what I know works, but then I want to section it out, right? And say, okay, so there's all these things that I know work because this is how I did it. But it's like, what if I can fast track it? What if I can fast track it? Okay. And so let me pick a couple things and see what works fastest. Because I told you, I'm fucking impatient with my shit. Okay. So I'm always trying to look at what works the fastest. And so do things, which is why I tell you guys, you need to persist forward, but you need to check your fucking inner conversations. You need to check your thoughts, because at any time things can go left, very left, quickly, right? And it seemingly comes out of nowhere. But at any time you can change that. You can choose to accept it or you can change it. So I have cracked the fucking code. So, because remember, inner conversations are conversations. Okay, it's no different. Okay, that's why it's called inner conversations, because you're having them internally. But there's no difference between having a conversation with somebody, even to their photo, and having a conversation with your whole ass fucking self, right? Like talking to yourself. There is no, yes, it will, Patriot vibes. Yes, it will. And so you have to look at it that way, because you guys are always wondering, like, does your boyfriend know? I told you my boyfriend, he calls it witchcraft. But even, I'll tell you, baby, it's a story. But it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Conversations are the most powerful thing in the world, because you've been doing them your whole life. Okay. And so I'm tired of these fucking bullshit creators on the internet talking about, you got to do this, you got to do that, you have to affirm, just keep affirming, just keep affirming, just keep affirming. Bitch, no. Yes, you need to, yes, you can affirm because it distracts your thoughts. But over the past 2 weeks, it became more of a natural state for me, if you will, where you have to start expecting. You have to start expecting, because the minute you start expecting, you have no idea what's going on. But it's like the ball is rolling now. The ball is rolling in your favor. In your favor. Okay. No matter how dire it may look to you right now, no matter how in your fucking feelings you want to get out of them, but no matter how dire it may look to you right now, no matter how hopeless you may seem right now, because you're not seeing anything, I'm telling you, nothing makes me different than you. I'm not a master. I mean, I am a master at this shit, but nothing makes me different than you. Do you think I'm over here like, oh yeah, I've manifested 15 SPs back? No. No. One. Okay. So it's not like I got a history of this shit. Okay. But I never quit on what I want. Ever. And you have to know that if you were to focus on one thing only on the priority spectrum, is one, obviously how you see them, right? And then two, how you see yourself. You must know you're a bad bitch. Sabrina. You must know you're a bad bitch. You must know who you are. Okay, what you bring to the table. That's very important. And then three, your inner conversations. Conversations in general, okay? So like your inner conversations as well as talk to their photo. Talk to your fucking self. He knows this, he knows that. I know he knows this shit. Like he knows. Because they do. Oh, and then of course, leveraging the family. Mm-hmm. Leverage. Because I tested. I never had to work on the first two. Okay, let's be quite frank. I've always told you guys this. I've always known he's a good man. I've never taken that from him, because he is. And so he's my perfect person. He's my perfect boyfriend. I know. So I never had to work on that. I never had to work on my self-concept because I also know who the fuck I am. Okay? I also know I'm an amazing person. I know all this stuff about me. I'm a good-ass person. I wear my heart on my sleeve. I care about people. You know, no one will ever take that from me. So I know that too, right? And then, but the only thing that I did, inner conversations, and through like in my mind as well as through his photo, right? And then, and then leverage the family. But I didn't have to, and by leveraging the family, what I mean is I would have a conversation within myself about him talking to a family member and what the family member is saying to him. Do you care to guess what confirmation I received? All of the above. Did I have to ask? Nope. Did I worry about the mundane tasks? The mundane little steps? No. Did I worry about any of that shit? Nope. Because I knew the outcome. You need to know the outcome. You need to know how this ends. You need to know this. Because you'll get everything you want. Did you? Shayna. It depends. I mean, you're talking to your SP, okay? So that's not like a crime, but you sent him a voice note telling him you were all in on us. Did you get a response, bitch? Did you get a response? I'll wait. Control the outcome. Control the outcome. Okay? So we're not perfect ever. Okay? So it's like, okay, I did that. Oops, my bad. So I'm going to control the outcome of that now. Okay? So now, though, he absolutely is all in on us too. I implore you, the one thing you should tell yourself at least a couple times a day is what they told you he needs time to reply. Great. Control his thoughts. Right now, Shayna. Control his reply. Control the reply. You're in control of that shit, bitch. Control the reply. In your mind. In your mind. And stop, for the love of God, stop forcing the God in fucking 3D. Because here's the thing. You have to know he feels the same. You have to know he feels the same. Good. So what is he going to reply? You have to know what he's thinking, what he wants, how he feels about you. So it gets to telling yourself, he's going to tell me everything I want to hear. He is going to tell me everything I want to hear. He's going to tell me everything I want to hear. What part of those three things that I tell you daily do you not understand? If you were to focus on manifesting back in steps, right? So you have your affirmations for steps. But if you were to focus your main inner thoughts on, I know exactly how he feels about me. I know he wants to be with me. And he's going to tell me everything I want to hear. If you would focus on those three alone, it's going to speed that shit right on up. Right on up. Seriously. Seriously. Okay? Because when I can do things, you have to look at it this way. You're a leg up. Let's be frank. Because if I can do things and my boyfriend knows what I do, what the fuck is your problem? What is your problem? You have to look at it that way. Like, literally, that should convince you enough that nothing can stop your manifestation. That should be all the convincing you need. That should literally be it. Because your SPs don't know what you're doing. Mine does. Mine does. And so it works. And he even told me. He told me. Well, obviously what you do works. That's the fun part. That's the fun part. So get to being a master ass bitch like I am. I know exactly how he feels about me. Right quickly. I know he wants to be with me right now. He's going to tell me everything I want to hear. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. You can never screw it up, okay? Even if it slides back, you can slide it right forward. Doesn't matter. Stay the path. Stay the path. Nothing can be undone. Nothing is written in the stone and is for good. Melissa, ooh, with Manifest For Me, how often do I at some point I thought my boyfriend thought I was on Tinder. As he sees all these pictures. How often do you look at RSP? How often do I look at him? At least 2 to 3 times a day. Typically twice. When I wake up, well, not exactly when I wake up, but before I go live here, and then in the evening. Yes, Bevy will put them in the WhatsApp group. If you're not already in there, you should get up in that shit. Okay. But if you would stick with those 3, mainly, outside of what you're affirming for in steps, you'll see a turnaround real fast. You'll see a turnaround real fast. Real fast. But gets to knowing who the fuck you are. Snaps to Sab. Sab's getting all kinds of movement. You know why? Because she does what she says. She does what we say. She does what we say. What a felly. Hey, Angel Girl. Kiara. You messed up in a convo with SP last night, and he told me to do things for myself. What the fuck's you mean by that? Because you verbalized too much. What the fuck is wrong with you? What is wrong with you? Huh? You guys got to learn. You have to learn. I mean, do you need to tattoo that shit on your forehead? Put it on your little finger here. You know what I'm saying? That's a good idea. I swear to God, don't make me go get one. Don't make me go get one, because I'll get that shit this weekend. I'm going to put it right here. Shut the fuck up. That's what it's going to say. Shut the fuck up. I'll put that right here for you guys. Yeah, I'll pay for it. Shut the fuck up. You need to stop verbalizing. You need to stop telling your SP what you want them to do for you, or how you want them to be for you, or problems that you have, all that shit. You need to learn to shut the fuck up. So shut up and get a fucking grip. Get a grip. Because you have to know that what part of we don't verbalize, we internalize is unclear. What part of that is unclear? You need to knock it off. To knock it off. You really do. You seriously need to knock it off. Because the minute you verbal, and now here's the thing, I'll play devil's advocate here. I'll tell you two different things. Snaps for Courtney. Snaps for Courtney. He was basically crying in your voice. Now look, you guys need to understand. Let's take Courtney as an example. I tried to take a, you keep saying that shit. Did she respond? Okay, because I will go in there. Now, you need to understand that there's a couple things. Let's take Courtney as an example, okay? This comes down to exactly what I was telling you, that if you'll persist, no matter what, this is not negotiable, okay? If you'll persist no matter what and move forward, no matter what they say, you could turn shit around real fast. Real fast. It's not a long fucking process. What it takes is a little commitment. What it takes is a little expectation. What it takes is acting like a, oh fuck, I don't even have my drink. Okay, got me all flustered. What it takes is a little persistence in what you want. And if you guys are all asking, how long should it take, right? How long for the turnaround? If you do what I say to do and persist, you should see movement in less than 2 weeks. In less than 2 weeks, 1,000%. If not a complete full turnaround in less than 2 weeks. If you'd stop questioning everything under the fucking sun, if you'd start assigning nothing but positive meaning to shit, if you'd start, acting like an adult, and if you would persist forward and say, fuck the 3D, when it tries to show you otherwise. When it tries to show you otherwise. If you would say that, and you would literally live by that, and live in your own fantasy land of having what you want. And it's not even like, living in your own fantasy land of having what you want. You'd get exactly what you want. And you'd have an entire turnaround. Listen clearly. An entire turnaround in less than 2 weeks. And before you go asking, yes, that also applies to people in no contact. Oh, maybe this will motivate you too. It also applies to people in no contact with no way to contact said SP. No, Evelina. I mean, I'm not going to sit there and say it's bad. Because I don't create, thanks, Just Nikki. I don't create false assumptions in you that don't benefit you. No. So I wouldn't say it's bad, but you're in a sense you're dropping the resistance. Okay, you're dropping that resistance, which is a good thing. It's a good thing, but you're focusing on the time. It's been a long time. You don't forget. Like it's kind of like you have to look at it this way. You're not forgetting your SP. Okay, like you don't forget a child because you haven't talked to them in 2 years. You know what I'm saying? You're not starting to forget them. Okay, like my daughter's bestie certainly isn't forgetting her father that she lost at the age of 3. You know what I mean? Now, do the memories somewhat start to fade? Yes. But you don't forget them. You know what I mean? But again, if you would persist forward, I'm telling you now, I have tested, and you should see a complete turnaround. Being in no contact in 2 weeks or less. If you would do what I say and stop worrying about the stupid nonsense on the internet and stop worrying about other things and flip everything for the good. Protect your feelings, the same thing I fucking tell you. Protect your feelings. Why, Angela? If you're not seeing movement in your 3D, something is wrong. There's something you're not doing. And part of it most likely is how you are seeing yourself, how you are seeing them, what you think they are thinking, even with no proof. Of that. But you tell yourself that's shit. You have to. You don't have a choice. You're doing it anyway. Or give up. But here's the thing. It doesn't matter. How many times I have to tell you guys this? It doesn't matter if you get this, if you want this SP back, or you decide to move on and get in a whole nother relationship. It doesn't matter. Because the outcome is going to be the same. Because you're the only thing all your relationships have in common. It's you. Which is why I was always the person, one time. I was going to say never. One time in my entire life have I ever been broken up with. I've never, ever been broken up with anybody. I've had to leave them. Because I know who the fuck I am. I've always known that. How can you expect him to ask me to be his girlfriend? Okay. You have to start seeing yourself as that. We're great. He's the perfect boyfriend. We have the best relationship. You have to start. So many of you guys want that shit. You have to see yourself as being in a relationship by telling yourself that. Okay? If you wanted to ask you, then be like, I know he totally wants me to be his girlfriend. I know he wants me to be his girlfriend. I know he wants a relationship with me. See, look, the 3 things I tell you guys, I just told you guys, the 3 things to say, cover all that shit. It covers all of that. Okay? I know he wants to be with me implies relationship. It implies relationship. But you guys get hung up on the stupidest shit. But why doesn't he want, fuck a title. We're together. Period. And you will be. You will be. But you question it. You're waiting for them, waiting for them, waiting for them, waiting for them. Stop doing that. They can only confirm. My thing itches today. They can only confirm what the fuck you're thinking about all the time. So get on it. Get busy. Gets to thinking. And I'm going to have to pause this real quick because I really need to go get my water. I'm parched. Pause, please. Okay. Don't even have an electrolyte here. But that's okay. All right. Is intimacy breadcrumbs when manifesting SP? I don't think so. I don't think so. Not at all. Not at all. I don't think so at all. Because, I mean, let's be frank. I mean, and again, it depends on your beliefs. I'm not here to push my beliefs onto you. Only the good ones, of course. But I think that that's kind of how it starts, right? Isn't that how it starts? Right? Like, go on a date, have a little smash session, go on another date, right? You know what I'm saying? Isn't that how it starts? And then it leads to relationship, right? Typically, people don't not have intimacy before they get in a relationship. I mean, you got to test the goods, you know what I'm saying? Before you get all invested in the shit. It's always how I felt when people would be like, I'm waiting till marriage. I'm like, what if he's the worst sex in the world? And you're waiting until marriage. Now you're fucking screwed. I mean, or is that just me? Best manifesting tip. Micah Anthony, best manifesting tip is, it depends. I mean, what you're manifesting, but I'm assuming you're wanting to know the best manifesting tip about your SP. I already said it. It is, I mean, simplify the process. You guys need to simplify the process, okay? And I told you guys, you have until Sunday at midnight to get movement from said SP, okay? You have till midnight to get movement from your SP. I don't know why you guys are worried about the mundane tasks. Or the I feel like something is in my fucking eye. I don't know why you guys are all worried about the little mundane shit. When I tell you guys that if you would focus on tooting your own horn, toot toot. Oh, this is called snaps now, I realized, right? Is that what this is? If you guys would focus on only things that make you feel better, okay? Positive meaning to everything, because I want to feel better about my life, about myself, about my situation. So positive meaning to fucking every goddamn thing. It changes. This means Wi-Fi. What? No, all those make snaps. Is that what this fucking means, or do I look ridiculous? Because this is snaps. I know that, but now people can't snap anymore. They got to just do this. I talked to my mom's SP's photo, and he texted her out of nowhere after weeks. Steps for Tyrese. Look at you. Is it? How amazing is it? Oh, that means clock it. Thanks, Tyrese. Shit. I need to get with the times. I need to get with the times. Clock it. See? Tyrese, now do you see how this works? Now have your mom talk to your SP's phone. Okay. Do you see how this works? Okay. And how amazing is it that mom and son are freaking manifesting SPs together? I think that's fucking amazing. I think it's fantastic. Hi, Mom. I think that's amazing. No, bitch, I turned off my Wi-Fi. I have this figured out now. I turn off the Wi-Fi. Therefore, it's not as glitchy. That's my assumption. And my assumptions manifest. Those are the 3 things to speed it up. Orion, I have tested this. I have tested this twice. Okay. I've tested this twice now. Okay. And I've had people test. I've had people do it too. But I've tested this twice. And both times, complete turnaround. Yep. Oh my God. That's what it is. There's a fucking piece of hair. I don't know, but it's driving me nuts. Okay. Because I'm petty as fuck with my manifesting, and this is driving me nuts because I feel like it's poking me in my eye. So pardon me while I find the scraggler in the streets. Okay, that's what we're working with right now. But you have to understand, okay, because you guys are so focused on movement in the 3D, movement in the 3D, movement in the 3D. Where's it at? Where's it at? Where's it at? I don't see shit happening. I don't see shit happening. Versus not telling yourself that shit, telling yourself only what you want to hear, tooting your own fucking horn, citing positive meaning to everything, and saying those 3 main things, and doing all that shit. Because if you would just do that instead of bitching every waking second that you get, instead of complaining, like, that's my thing. I don't complain. I'm not a complainer. Unless I'm talking to Bevy. I'm in the solution-based business. I always say this, right? Which is why things always work out in my favor. Because I'm like, I don't cry about it. I'm in the solution business. Okay? I get what I want, and I get it when I fucking want it. Yeah. That's my time. And I only complain because Bevy complains. But when you come from that notion, everything turns around. Everything turns around. You guys have seen, so I have manifested, you guys saw me get confirmation of a manifestation here on the live. Well, you saw my reaction to it, right? And I told you guys in the WhatsApp group something that I was manifesting, and I got confirmation of it, and I manifested it on a time crunch. Care to get, what's today, Friday? Well, this is why I had to cut my call with Flashy 10 minutes short. I wasn't expecting to be on the phone, but my phone kept ringing. And so I answered it. Well, I manifested again on a time crunch. I'm very good at manifesting on a time crunch. I've got 100% success rate. So, And I've only manifested, in my defense, 4 things on a time crunch. Okay. First one came through. I decided I didn't want that anymore. And I questioned if I wanted that anymore. And so it fell through. Okay. But it still got approved. It still got approved on the time that I declared. Second one, did it again. Boyfriend moving in with me initially, manifested that on a time crunch. This that came today, manifested on a time crunch. Did I worry about all the steps? No. So you guys need to not worry about, but they haven't texted me yet. I don't give a fuck. Show up at my goddamn door. What is it you truly want? Focus on that. If you guys used to live together, right? You can focus on manifesting and steps, but have certain little inner conversations with yourself or in his photo, like, you know, you want to come home right now. You know, you miss me, bitch. Like, you know, you miss me. Okay. You seriously know you miss me. You know, you can't live without me. You know, I'm the best thing you know, I'm the best thing for you. Take whatever they said at the breakup, turn it around and tell them that. Okay. Like, you know, you know that I'm the only thing that feels right to you. The only thing that feels right in your life is being with me. Okay. Things like that. When you flip it, shit flips. They confirm, they conform. I tell you, I'm not a master. I mean, I am a master at this shit. This is why people hire me, okay? This is why people work with me, because I know exactly what the fuck I'm doing. The only way I know what I'm doing is because I've tested it. And well, I did it, okay? That's how I got my boyfriend back. I did it, and then I learned things along the way, right? Because manifesting them back, I tell you guys, take it from me, is only half the battle. You now have to keep them, okay? So this is where I now teach you things to prep yourself now, because there are things that I learned once he was back. Things slid back, right? Things slid back. Things, in your terms, fell apart, right? Things like that. And so but I persisted forward and I learned from it. So now I'm here to tell you guys, but see, I'm the only one that can do that, okay? No one else that teaches how to manifest a specific person and all this shit. No one can teach you. Okay, it's there. No one can tell you this because they've never done it, okay? So because they've never done it, they don't know what it takes to maintain that relationship, what it takes to maintain your manifestation, okay? Just because they come back doesn't mean they're bonded to you for life. You got a soul contract, you know, shit like that, okay? That's not what that means, okay? So I try to teach you guys that it's about you guys really, really paying attention to your thoughts, because in any second, I think I found the other scraggler. At any fucking second, things can fall apart. Things can slide all the way back. If you don't, okay, Master Manifester. So at any time, you need to understand that things can slide back. But if you prep yourself now, then when they come back, you're gold, bitch, because you're really learning in life how to pay attention to your fucking thoughts. Because I don't think the only thing in your life that you're interested in manifesting is your SP, because that's fucking stupid. You know, I mean, that's not my whole mission in life. It's not like, I only want my SP back. I don't give a fuck about money. Who cares about a promotion? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to live my dream life, just want my SP back. That's stupid, okay? So you know that there's other things that you also want to manifest. So if you really, really start training yourself to really pay attention to your thoughts, look at every fucking thing as feedback. Instead of getting your panties in a fucking bunch, instead of reacting to the 3D when they tell you something you don't like, you gather yourself up. No need to react. No need to force the 3D and to sit there, go in here and say, okay, where the fuck did I go wrong? Somewhere I went wrong here. And then you'll find the answer. So now you know the answer. So now you're like, oh, I got the shit now. Okay, now I know exactly where I wavered on that thought. Even if I didn't do it often or I wasn't aware of it. That's right. That's right, baby. So it's like, even if I wasn't aware of it, it's like, but now I'm aware of it. So I can change that shit. And so I'm going to have a different inner conversation to change that shit. And then I'm not going to worry about the 3D, because all I need to know is this is playing out perfectly. Perfect. I'm literally living proof of that. Okay? Which is why I tell you guys what I know. What I know. Okay? Some things I consciously test. Okay. I test with purpose, if you will. Other things I subconsciously or test without a purpose. Because I'm human. Okay? Because I'm human. Okay? But when you have these tools, like when you nurture and you get good at this, right? Then it's like things don't bother you anymore, because it's like if it slides back, you're like, oh, that's fine. I know how to get it back. It's fine. But then eventually it seals the deal. It seals the deal. Okay? Because what did I just say yesterday? That I was, because I told you I manifest on a time crunch, okay? And I will, baby. I will work with you. But what did I say to you guys yesterday? I said, I'm changing my perception of myself because I have always said I'm the perfect girlfriend. But I ain't trying to be a girlfriend forever, you know what I'm saying, bitch? So now I'm like, so literally I said yesterday, I said, I'm the perfect wife. Do you care to guess what's already being discussed? That's how this works, bitch. That's how this works. Okay? It's not difficult. It's not difficult. It's only as difficult as you make it. Have you had success story you help clients with, SP? Healthy, why do you act like you're new here? Why do you act like you're new here? Literally, people see on my lives daily, people post success stories on my lives. Most people come. Yes, you are, baby. You're in the wedding. What are you talking about? But most of the time, most of my screenshots that I am turning into memes, you know, starting tomorrow. What's today, Friday? Yeah. Most of my screenshots are from my lives where clients of mine will come on here and talk about movement they're getting. I have a shit ton. My most recent is 48 hours complete turnaround from no contact, when they attempted to contact 2 weeks ago with no response. Now, here they are back in contact. Okay, and she's telling him everything he wants to hear. Okay, and everything's working amazing. I have a shit ton of testimonials. Okay, a crap ton. That's right, Tiana. That's right. But take what they say to you, especially if you notice they're saying something consistently to you. Flip it. Flip it. And don't question it. Do not question it. I'm telling you. I implore you. Do not question it. I like want to low-key get off the live now. Which is why I was late. This is totally why I was late. Because your manifestation don't wait for shit. You know what I'm talking about. Okay? You know what I'm saying. So, but that's how this works. Okay? That's how this works. And you have to trust the process. You have to know that when your manifestation is here, it could come full circle immediately. Okay? This is what you have to realize is they may not contact you at all, but show up at your whole ass fucking house. You know what I'm saying? Like literally, they may not even contact you at all, but just show up at your house, ready to get back together with you. You don't know how it's going to happen. Okay. They could just not contact you at all and then show up at your house and be like, I want to fully commit to you and like marry you today. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't know. You really don't know how it would happen. You don't. And then when they confirm everything, that's the best part. When you sit in your own, tell me more. Please tell me more. I mean, that's my favorite part. I tell you guys, that's the best part, is watching them confirm. And I'm going to tell your ass again, if my boyfriend is aware of what the fuck I do for a living and it still works on him, what? Well, hello. Create your life story. My SP showed up holding something he made for me that I actually wanted and he didn't know. Of course he knew. See what I'm talking about? Of course he knew. Thought transmission, baby. That's how thought transmission works, okay? Thought transmission works exactly like that. Exactly like that. Like, you don't know how you're going to get your full manifestation. You don't. And then when they confirm everything, and you have to know that whatever happened only happened for the greater good. Sometimes you have to go through things for something even better to come out of it, if that makes sense. Okay? And that's exactly what happened. That's exactly what happens. Okay? Fresh start, new beginnings. That's to my check means exactly that. Exactly that. Fuck, I wish I could tell you guys all about it. I wish I could dish all about it on here, but I cannot. So, there's that. But anyway, you just have to know and stay the path. Stay the path. Live in your own little fucking delusion. That's the only thing you need to be delusional about, is the outcome. You need to know exactly how this plays out. Because if you knew how this played out, what you stressed about, what you worried about, what you reacting to the 3D about, what are you even checking the 3D about, why do you need to do any of that shit? If you know how this plays out. I know exactly how this ends. This is my movie. I'm the screenwriter. Why? Of course I know how this ends. And that's all I need to fucking know. So, anywho, Nana. Everything in your life is perfect. Everything in your life is perfect. And I told you guys, I want you guys to wake up every day and say these two things. Don't even get your fucking ass out of bed. Okay? You're going to wake up every day, and if you stretch in the morning, give yourself a little stretchy stretch. And you're going to tell yourself, today's going to be a great day. Great things are coming my way today. I used to say that every morning. And I started saying that, well, since I fucking told you guys that, like what, 3-4 days ago? Again, it shifts your mood because how you start your day controls how your day goes. So shouldn't that be the first thing you want to tell yourself? Okay? But you have to know. You have to know. You have to start expecting something different. And if you know how this plays out, what are you worried about? What are you worried about? Don't be worried. Stay the path. There's nothing to worry about. I'm telling you now. I am telling you now. There's absolutely nothing to worry about. Because the reality is, I've talked to a lot of you, okay? I've talked to a lot of you if you've had a coaching call with me. And I'm here to tell you that, and I'm dead ass fucking serious. Like, I'm so serious. Is a lot of you guys are in a much better position than I was. Even if you're no contact. A lot of you guys were in a much better position than I was. Snaps to Salty Doug. SP just called her. What? Of course he did. Why wouldn't he? So that's what you need to understand. Most of you guys, like, I'll hear your stories, and you guys were in a much better position than I was. You guys have a lot of history, okay? A lot of you guys were with your SPs for quite a while. You know what I'm saying? I was with my boyfriend for 4 months. So we didn't have a lot of history. Okay, we didn't have a lot of history. There was not a lot of like love bombing, if you will, going on. All that stuff. Because it was a short amount of time. And everything. But you guys have a lot of history. You guys have a lot of things that they've said to you where they've told you how much they love you, how much they care about you. I didn't have none of that shit. And I still got my SP back. So what's your problem? You think that they've moved on from those feelings from you? Absolutely the fuck not. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. You have to know this. You don't know what's going on behind the scenes. I'm going to tell you that. How many different ways I got to tell your ass that? So, we are going to do the exercise now. Look at me. I'll be all on time and shit. You guys whine. The fucking, you know what? No, actually, I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to throw that out there. That'd be rude. Because Bevy's affected by it. But let me tell you, I'm starting to believe the UK, they're a bunch of, I mean, they have the best buys in the world, right? Because like we're like, bye. And they're like, bye. Yeah. They're the best buys in the world. But they are fucking whiners. Yeah. And like they have never experienced heat in their entire life. But I have a little bit of sympathy for them now. Because did you know that they do not have ACs? Could you imagine? Could you imagine being in 97-degree weather with no AC? I'd be melting too. I mean, I'd have to keep gas in the car because I'd just be sitting in the car all day long. I mean, I'm just saying. Oh, man. Oh, well, I just figured it out. I mean, I don't even know I did not just figure it out, but anyway. And you guys don't got to worry about gutter trash, okay? Because not even gutter trash can keep your, gutter trash cannot stop your manifestation at all, unless you let her. Nothing and nobody can stop your manifestation unless you let them. So if you want to ask me 25,000 times, if two people are trying to manifest, who wins? Me. Every single time. Why? Because I'm a master at this shit. And that's what you guys have to remember. That's what you have to remember. Okay? Is that there's literally nothing for you to fucking worry about. There is nothing for you to worry about. See? You guys get sing along too while you're at it. Okay? We're gonna get to doing the cord cutting and the photo method, but this time I want you guys right now. I want you guys right now to know, and I want you to decide right now how this is the first movie. Thanks, Lisa girlfriend. This is the first movie of your series, okay? You're the screenwriter. I want you to decide. I want you right now to write the end of your first movie. How does this end? How does this play out? What's the ending of this first fucking movie? With you and SP together. Back together. Because, again, how many of you have seen the longest movie in the world, other than Ben-Hur. Ben-Hur's my favorite movie. It's 8 hours. But anyway, one of my favorite movies, history movies. I don't even watch those things. But anyway, how many of you have seen the Titanic more than fucking once? Right? Remember, it's like your family wants to go see it, then your mom wants to, then your bestie wants to go see it, then your friend group wants to go see it. I'm like, who the fuck wants to watch this movie that many goddamn times? You know, the first time you were like, oh, Jack died. You had no idea. You didn't see it coming. Then the second time you watched that shit, you were like, I know exactly how this fucking ends. Right? So you just relaxed throughout the movie because you knew exactly how the movie played out. You knew exactly how it ended. Okay? So if you know how this ends, then what are you worried about? Although I did ruin it. I mean, I spoil alerted. No, fuck that. I educated. I educated with people when I went and saw The Sixth Sense. I had to enlighten the theater because they didn't get it at the end. So, since I have no self-awareness, I said it out loud to, I forgot who the fuck I was with. And then you could hear people around me go, oh, I was like, motherfuckers. So then they started telling people, yes, I had to enlighten the whole fucking theater how this shit ended because no one, when he dropped the ring, no one got it. That's what I do. And then my grandma spoils it, and then my grandma just kills the vibe when she watched movies. Steps for Rhea. I don't even know why you're surprised, bitch. Of course your SP's calling you right now. Of course. Look, if we can manifest, I told her this too. I thought it was hilarious because I told her, I said, oh, game on. I said, this is great. I said, because her man was in the middle of the fucking ocean, thousands of miles down below, like in a submarine, okay? And I was like, oh, they said they were in no contact. And she was like, he has no way to contact me. I was like, oh, this is amazing. This is amazing. Because when we manifest contact from a man in the middle of the goddamn ocean in a submarine, what's everyone else's problem? What is everyone else's problem when this man... Did you think she got contact? Yes. Do they talk often? Yes. But this is why you got to discipline your mind. Okay? So again, hopefully that will inspire you that if we can get contact, if we can get somebody back in contact that's in the middle of the ocean in a submarine, what the fuck is your problem? See what I'm saying? Do you see what I'm saying? Literally. Arnold Schwarzenegger's I'll be back is going to train you. That's pretty dope. Snaps for Danielle. And yes, bitch, I need to message you back today. So that's what you guys need to understand, okay? Everything in my life is fucking perfect. Perfect. No matter what. I always get what I want. Everything always goes my way. These are life things that you should be affirming, okay? These are things that you should be telling yourself. You have to understand that not everything is an affirmation for fuck's sake. Not everything is an affirmation. You guys have way too many affirmations. Not everything needs to be an affirmation. I went down that rabbit hole too, and then I started deleting shit because I was like, what the fuck? Okay? Because these are just things that you should start saying to yourself randomly. Like, I always get what the fuck I want. I always get what I want. Things always go my way. Yep, always get what I want. Things always go my way. And they keep it pushing. Okay? Like, yeah, I'm the perfect fucking girlfriend. I am the perfect girlfriend. I know I am. Then keep it pushing. Do you think I robotically affirmed that I was the perfect fucking girlfriend? I would just tell myself that randomly at random times. I'd verbalize it too because I, at that time, had no filter. I still don't have a filter. I've learned to accept that about myself. I don't have a filter. So I will still verbalize. But there's a way, and you need to be clever about your shit. When you're with your SP, there's a way to get exactly what you want by verbalizing. It's how you say it. It's how you say it. You probably should. But you know, if you're hot, what if you told yourself the opposite? Like, damn, it's cold. Your body temperature will actually cool down if you start telling yourself it's fucking cold in here instead of hot. For all UK people out here. But you need to just randomly tell yourself that shit. I have no filter and I'm okay with that shit, but there's a way to get what you want because I told you words are 7% of total communication. 93% of total communication is physiology and tonality, which is why you could say not a goddamn word. You could say okay, right? Like your boyfriend could be like, are you okay? You're like, yeah. But they know you're not. Care to guess why when you just said yeah? Because your tone and your physiology say the complete opposite. That's how they know that you're not okay. Okay? Because that's 93% of total communication. So if you want to get what you want from your SP, then you say in the sweetest, loving, most joking way possible. And they do it. And they do it. That's all it takes. Okay. Now, let's get ready. Get somewhere comfortable. I know, Tyrese, can you believe it? I know, Taylor. Me neither. I was like, no ACs. I was like, can't you buy one? Like a wall unit. They're like $500. I'm like, oh hell no. So I could not. See, you're welcome. You're welcome. I have everyone feeling sorry for you guys. Send them cold energy. Cold energy. Cold energy. All right. In case you are new here, I obviously am your manifestation bestie where I teach you how to leverage the law of assumption and everything else to work in your favor. I know that sounds good to you, so click that follow button. Also, I go live every day at 10 o'clock Pacific time. If you ever miss a live, I always put them on the tube of the U. I have to upload this one yesterday's after this live. I always put them on the tube of the U, so always go there. Subscribe while you're there. Watch them. Implement. I manifested my boyfriend from no contact to living with me in only 4 weeks. I'm here to help you do the same. And I'm also here to teach you all the life lessons that I learned along the way after you manifest them back, okay? If you're interested in having me manifest your SP for you, or you want to work with me one-on-one to figure out where you're going wrong so you can get your shit right, links, of course, are in my bio. We also are going to recreate your SP story. We're going to do it. We have SP songs. We got all that shit. Guided meditations, hypnosis audios, all that stuff to put the easy peasy lemon squeezy in your manifestation. Yes. All right. Alrighty. Now, we're going to do the cord cutting. We're going to cut the energy cord with you and your SP because it's nice to have fresh energy all the time with your SP because they could form. I mean, there's that part, right? Because ever since you met your SP, you've been walking around with like bricks and you've been putting like a rock in your backpack. Every time you argued, every time you had a disagreement, it's like putting a rock in your backpack, okay? And you've never emptied the backpack. So now we're going to empty the backpack. We're going to wash the shirt. We're going to do all the things so that you actually get what you want instead of everything that you've been getting that you don't want, okay? Because that's not the vibe. All right. Because what's going to happen is when you cut the energy cord with your SP, they will think about you. And they will think about you in a short amount of time, if not immediately. And this time they will realize that there's a shift in energy. There's something is different, okay? When they think about you, it's in a refreshing way. When I did this with my ex-boyfriend, I hadn't talked to him in 8 years. And he, within 72 hours, he called me and he was like, hey, I was just thinking about you. How you been? I was like, ew. So that's how that works. Okay. All right. So I want you to close your eyes, get comfortable. You don't have to lay down, but get comfortable, close your eyes. And if you're not a big visualizer, don't even worry about it, because I'm not either. And it still works. Okay. So I want you to close your eyes and I want you to take some deep breaths in through your nose and out through your mouth. Now I want you to imagine that you're in a giant amphitheater. It's dark outside. There's no one there. And in front of you, there's a giant stage. And on this stage, there's a single stage light that goes from the ceiling down to the center of the stage. I want you to adjust your focus into the stage light for just a moment. And as you stare into that stage light, you start to realize that you're actually not alone. In fact, you notice that off in the distance, in the back of the stage, out of the light, a dark shadowy figure. And as you adjust your focus to the shadowy figure, you start to realize that that person is your SP. Now I want you to call your SP, say their name, and tell them to come into the light, into the center of the stage. Do that now. Now, as your SP steps into the light, into the center of the stage, you start to notice their facial features, their physical features, and you also notice a gold cord that runs directly from the center of your third eye into their third eye. Now, I want you to ask your SP these two questions. This time, you're going to hear them respond. If you can hear their voice, great. If you cannot, that's okay too. I want you to ask your SP right now, do you support me? Hear them tell you yes. Now ask your SP, do you love me? Also hear them tell you yes. Now I want you to say these 4 phrases to your SP. This time you're not going to hear them respond, and that's okay. I want you to say to your SP, look them right in their eyes, and I want you to say, I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. Now I want you to reach up with your hands as if they're a pair of scissors, and I want you to cut the gold cord that runs directly from your third eye only, leaving the gold cord fully intact in your SP's third eye. Now I want you to, as the gold cord begins to fall to the floor, I want you to reach up with your other hand, and I want you to pull the roots of that gold cord out of your third eye and just toss them aside. And as the gold cord continues to fall to the floor, your SP starts to float away like a balloon. And they get farther and farther, and they get smaller and smaller, and they get farther and farther, and they get smaller and smaller, and they get farther and farther, and smaller and smaller, and farther and farther, and smaller and farther, until they just disappear. Now go ahead and take one more deep breath in through your nose and out through your mouth, and open your eyes. All right. Welcome back. Now know that your SP is thinking about you right now, bitch. Now get your SP's photos out. So let's get you some contact. And Jackie, what the fuck are you talking about, bitch? My SP is not very communicative. Well, that's not a good way to describe them. If they're not very communicative, how can they contact you? How can they talk to you? How can they do all that shit if they don't really talk? Shut the fuck up. Okay? All right. Now you have your SP's photos out. Snoop Dogg is in the house, guys, by the way. All right. Now you guys have your SP's photos out. So let's get you some contact. I want you to go back. Okay? We need to go back to a time. When you first met your SP. I need you to remember who the hell you were. Who were you when you first met your SP? Ask yourself that. Who were you when you met your SP? You had a confidence level about you, an assurity, a certainty about you. You knew who the fuck you were. You did. You knew exactly who you were. I need you to go back and remember that bitch or man. The one who knew what you were worth. The one who knew who you were as a person, what you brought to the table. Go back and remember that version of you right now. Because the fact is, that person, that version of yourself when you met your SP is what they were attracted to. It's who they chased. It's who they pursued. It's who they wanted to be with. That version of you. Go back and remember that version of you. Because that version of you, your SP, wanted, desired, talked to you all the time, wanted to talk to all the time, wanted to be around, caught feelings for, wanted to be with. That version of you is who your SP fell in love with. Because the fact is, over time in our relationships, we start to change our identities. We start to forget who we were as a person, and our identities are now controlled by our relationships. Our relationship now creates insecurities within ourselves to where you start questioning yourself. You start questioning everything. When you didn't do that before. When you met your SP, sure, maybe you wanted to be with your SP, but you certainly didn't need to be with your SP because you were totally fine being alone. You were living your life. I need you to remember that version of you now and step in and become that version of you again. Now, I want you to fast forward to a time in your relationship when everything was peach king jelly bean, baby, where you didn't question anything. I want you to remember who your SP was for you at that time. Who were they for you? How did they treat you? How did they make you feel? Who were they for you? Remember that version of your SP. Tap into that version of your SP right now. Because that version of your SP, you didn't question a damn thing. You knew exactly how they felt about you. You never questioned if you would hear from them today. You knew you would. You talked to them every day. You never questioned if they were going to come and see you. You knew. You expected to come and see you. You knew what you were doing this weekend. Okay? That version of your SP, you also caught feelings for. You also wanted to be with. That version of your SP It's also who you fell in love with. Remember your SP, that version only right now. No other version exists from this point forward except for who you were, your best version, and your SP, who they were for you. Those are the only two versions that exist from this point moving forward. Nothing else matters. Because those two versions are who fell in love with each other. Now, your SP has thought about you often. They think about nothing but you all day, every day. They are, even if you're not, you have never not been in contact. You're in contact all the time. Even if you are not in contact technically in the 3D, you're always in contact. They're always hearing your thoughts. Whenever you think about them, they think about you, and vice versa. So you need to relax and know that they're thinking about you right now. There's nothing more that they want to do than to contact you. They cannot wait to contact you. They want nothing more than to be with you right now. They have written several text messages. They have gone down memory lane after memory lane, wanting to talk to you, wanting to be with you, wanting to commit to you. Up until now, you have not allowed them to be that person. You have not allowed them to show up that way because of how you have seen them. Because you have been expecting them not to contact you, not to want to be with you, not to talk to you. Because either way, you're expecting something. So do you want to now start expecting them to contact you, want to be with you, want to talk to you, want to do all the things you want them to do for you? Of course you do. So now you're going to expect something different from your SP because you know how this plays out. You know the ending of your movie. You wrote it today. That this plays out and this ends with me and SP together. There's nothing to question. There's nothing to question. There's nothing to worry about. You ain't got to worry about shit, bitch. Because if you're new here, you're going to put on your crown. If you are not new here, you're going to straighten your crown. Because here, what do we get? What we want. And we get it when we want it. Period. Okay? Okay. We get what we want and we get it when we want it. And that's what you have to understand. And that is what you have to understand. Okay? So, we have, when queens and kings give a command, there's nothing to check. There's nothing to question. There's nothing to worry. There's nothing to doubt. When queens and kings give a command, they know, they expect for their command to be fulfilled. They gave the command, so it must be fulfilled. So it must be fulfilled. So that is what you are going to do, and you're going to do it now. If you're alone, say it out loud. Say it with a little bit of backbone. If you're not alone, say it in your mind. Don't look like a wacko, okay? Now, I need you guys to, we're going to do something a little bit different, okay? I mean, it's not technically different, but you're going to have a conversation with honey, okay? So if you are in no contact with your SP, or you are in contact but it is not consistent contact, then you're going to have a convo with honey money, okay? So you're going to say things like, so you're going to say, like, you're contacting me right now, right? You could say contacting, calling, texting. It doesn't fucking matter. So you're going to say, like, you're contacting me right now because you know you want to contact me right now. You cannot stop thinking about me. All you can think about is contacting me right now. You know you want to contact me right now. You're contacting me right now because you cannot stop talking about me. You think about me all the time. Okay, so you definitely want to contact me right now. You are absolutely contacting me right now. You know you want to contact me right now. And then you're going to end it with, I'll talk to you soon, honey. I can't wait to talk to you. I'm so excited to talk to you. Okay? That's how that's going to go. Okay? Same with if you're in consistent contact with your SP, then you're going to look at your SP and we're going to have a convo with SP. You know you want to see me. You're coming to see me today because you know you want to see me. You literally know you want to see me. You can't stop thinking about how much you want to see me. You want to take me on a date. You know you can't stay away from me because I'm all you ever think about. So you know all you can think about is spending time with me. So you're definitely going to come see me today. Okay? That type of thought. Okay? And you can loop it. You can loop it. All about what you want from them. If you're in any of the ships, friendship, situationship, relationship, marriage ship, all the ships, then you're going to tell them, you can tell them they're contacting you right now, they're coming to see you today, or you can have fun with it. Like, you're bringing me flowers today. You know you want to bring me flowers today. That's all you can think about is my favorite flower is a tulip. And you cannot wait to bring me flowers today because you know you want to bring me flowers today, honey. Okay? So it's like, you want to bring me flowers today. You want to buy me dinner tonight. You want to bring me to, you're bringing me dinner tonight. You're giving me sexy time tonight. You know, whatever you want. Okay? That's how this is going to roll, baby. So let's get it done. I want you right now to give your commands and expect something different from them right now. Right now. You know how this plays out. So give your commands. Stick around because I'm going to give you your task for the weekend. Although, yes, I'll be here tomorrow, bitch, okay? But I'm going to give you your task for the weekend because I really need as many of you as possible to complete the mission by the end of the weekend. Okay? Okay. But I have to think. So, so stick around because I have to think about what I believe move the needle the fastest. All right? All right, give your commands and expect them to contact you. And we're back. Welcome back. So relax, breathe. Know how this ends. Know the outcome right now. Know it. Because you guys are powerful. We're all powerful bitches. And I'm going to tell you again that if my boyfriend knows what I do for a living, again, he calls it witchcraft. But even he told me, he goes, it worked. That was my reaction. But they come to realizations on their own, right? It's always their idea, okay? It's always their idea. So what moves your needle the most is controlling your state. Controlling your state of knowing. I know this is happening. I know this. I know he's coming back. I know she's coming back. I know she wants to be with me. I absolutely know this for a fact. Like, that's it. Like, I'm going to maintain my inner conversations. I'm going to focus my inner conversations, but I know exactly how this plays out. I know that they're coming back. I absolutely know this for a fact. I know we're getting back together. That's all I need to know. That's all I need to know. So therefore, there's nothing to question. There's nothing to check. There's nothing to fucking worry about. There's nothing to stress. There's no reason to do none of that shit. Because you should know how this plays out, how this ends. The minute you step into the knowing, real fucking fast, it starts to accelerate. And then when it pushes out in your 3D, this is why you need to be prepared now. You need to discipline your mind now, because when this shit pushes out in your 3D, it pushes out fast, real fast. It's not like a slow fucking moving trolley. No, it pushes out quickly. If you learn to discipline your thoughts now, you learn to discipline your mind now, you learn to focus on the knowing that this is how it fucking works. This is how it's always worked. I don't give a fuck what came out of their mouth. If it ain't what I want to hear, I'm going to flip it in my mind. I'm going to tell myself something different. And I'm going to tell their ass to their photo. So you're going to take what they told you at breakup, and you're going to tell it to their photo. The opposite. Okay? And you guys should tell yourself that. Like Tiana said, she's stealing what I said. The only thing that feels right to you is being with me. Yeah. You're coming home to be with me right now. You are literally coming home to be with me right now. Positive meaning to everything. Positive meaning to everything. Toot your own god and fucking horn. You're the biggest raving. You're your biggest raving fucking fan. Your biggest raving fan, where it's like, there's not a shadow of a doubt in my mind. Let me go ahead and clear out half my closet. Let me go ahead and make sure that the bed is nice and tight, ready for you, baby. Because you're coming home. You know you want to come home? You know you're coming home right now. You absolutely know you're coming home right now, because you know that the only thing that feels right to you is being with me. And know who the hell you are. That's part of your task today, okay? Is getting back in touch with knowing who you are. Knowing that you're amazing, that you're the perfect girlfriend, perfect boyfriend, perfect husband, perfect wife. And asking yourself right now, if they were to show up on your doorstep, if they were to show up right now and say, I want to get back together. I want to commit to you. Like, I want commitment. This is what I want. Imagine it happening right now. What kind of thoughts would you have? What kind of feeling would you have? Hold that. Hold on to that. Release the worry. Release the doubt. Release the fear. Release all of that shit. Release the hopelessness. Release all of that. And hold on to the fact that they were to show up right now and tell me everything I wanted to hear, how would that make me feel? what kind of thoughts would I have? Then that's all I'm going to think about. That is all I'm going to think about. And get excited. Get excited to their photo. Like, get excited. Okay? Imagine that text coming through right now. Them calling you right now. And be like, yes. Love you too, honey. Mm-hmm. I'm fucking dead ass serious, by the way. I'm dead serious. Because things happen real fast. Real fast. When you put yourself in that state. And hold the state. Hold the state. Because you will get all the confirmation you need. All the confirmation where they'll tell you. Because I tell you, there's a thought process that leads up to it. And you have to know that right now they are completely miserable without you. All they're thinking about is you. That's all they can think about right now. Right now, all they can think about is you. And they're sad because they miss you. They miss you a lot right now. They try to do things to distract themselves. But right now, all they're thinking about is their life choices. Of course you did, Betty. I love this. Thinking outside the box. So you have to know that. You have to step into that knowing. And that they right now are contemplating their life decisions. They are very much regretting leaving you. And they left because of fear. Because they were afraid. They were afraid of this being real for them. They were afraid of commitment. Like, this is serious. They're afraid of how much they were feeling for you. They were afraid. But now they're not afraid. Now they're thinking about it. And they're thinking about it, and they're thinking about it, and they're thinking about it, and they're thinking about it. So help their ass along by getting in the knowing. And then you'll get all the confirmation you need. Now I'll answer some of your questions again before I give you your task, if you will. Other than the fact that you really need to get into the knowing. That is your fucking task, okay? Your task all week is to stay, for the weekend, is to stay in the state of knowing that they're coming home. Knowing you're getting back together. So you're ready to go shave those fucking legs, bitch. You better freaking, you know what I'm saying? You better get ready. You better get ready. All right, Tiana, she said, what if two people hired me for the exact same thing but against each other? You want to know who's going to win? The person who wins is the person who has discipline. The person who wins is the person that focuses on what they want, that doesn't waver as much, that is disciplined, that steps into firmly believing that they're going to get their SP. That's who wins. While the other one is questioning every fucking thing, reacting to everything, getting triggered by everything, wavering like it's going out of fucking style, that person will lose. Person who's disciplined always wins. And see me, I'm stubborn. So I'm very disciplined. I'm very disciplined in my mind because I'll always get what I want and I'll get it when I want it. Okay. Thanks, Tyrese. But I'm so stubborn that I refuse to accept anything in my reality that I don't like. I'm so stubborn that I will persist no matter what. But really, I think I know what sped it up for me is the knowing something different, knowing this is how it works and this is what I'm going to have. This is what I'm going to get. That's what sped it up for me, is staying in the state, of the fact that we're together. They're coming back, right? You don't have to stay in the state of we're together, but knowing that they're absolutely 100% coming home. They're absolutely coming back. And not replaying over and over again what the fuck they told you, which was the opposite, right? And flipping that around and saying, no, nope. I know that they're coming back 100%. 100% without a shadow of a doubt. I know this. You could tell yourself that. Okay, that's a good inner conversation to have. Why the hell wouldn't you want to tell yourself? No, I absolutely know. Without a shadow of a doubt, I know we're coming. I know he's coming back. 100%, 1,000%. Not a question in my mind. Not a question in my mind. And I'm going to go in my mind palace. I'm going to channel that feeling like, of course he's coming home. Why wouldn't he? Then that pushes out. Then that pushes out. My stomach is growling. Okay. So you guys will see that. What up, Irene Bestie? You will start to see that, but don't worry about the time. Okay. I never clocked the time. Okay. Some things it's easy to know how long it's been, right? Based on your circumstance. However, the reason why I'm good at manifesting on a time crunch is because I'll throw the fucking date out there and I'll never say it again. I'll never think about the date again. I'll throw it out there and then I'll be like, and then I'll talk to him, right? Then I'll talk to him. I'll talk to his photo. I will talk in my mind, right? I'll just have random ass inner conversations about, I know he's talking to this person and this is what he's saying and this is what they're saying back to him. Everybody in his fucking family is telling him that he fucked up. Like that he fucked up and we need to get back together because he knows I'm the best thing that's ever happened to him in his entire life. Care to guess what was confirmed? Exactly that. He can't imagine his life without me in it. What up, Portent? He can't imagine his life without me in it. Nope, cannot. I'm the best thing that's ever happened in his life, and he knows that. Tell yourself that shit. Oh, snaps for Natalie. SP has been back hot for her, and they met for sexy time. How would you keep the momentum? What I was just saying is stepping into this is how this shit is. Of course, I'm the best thing that's ever happened in his life. He cannot get enough of me. Like literally, we have the best sex. I'm the best sex he's ever had. And he loves being around me. Like literally, he cannot get enough. He cannot get enough of me. I know exactly how he feels about me. Keep that mentality. Okay, keep that mentality going, right? Is exactly what you said, that he's hot for you. Yep, we had sexy time. I'm the best woman that he's ever had in his entire life. They say it back to you, but in a different, it's not necessarily always word for word verbatim, but they start reflecting their life. And then they start thinking, I'm never going to meet anybody like this person. Because again, it pushes, let me take a screenshot of that, Chris, so I remember. But check it out. Okay. It's because remember, when you tell yourself this, it turns to him now contemplating and thinking, what's in store for me, right? Like they start looking at their past relationships. They start looking at you differently because you now know who the fuck you are, right? And so then they start thinking like, I'm not going to meet anyone like her, you know? Or they'll say something else. They start contemplating that like they think you're the best thing that's ever happened to them. And that's what brings them back. Because they can't get you out of their mind and they can't get what kind of person you were, what you guys had together, all that shit. All of that. They can't get it out of their mind. That's right. That's right, Natalia. That's right. I started, I assigned meaning to everything that I wanted to mean, Okay. But talking as if you're in a relationship with your boyfriend or girlfriend, husband or wife. You know what I'm saying? If people ask, if they don't know your SP personally, no, Hillis, it is not going to be on YouTube. Just kidding. Just kidding. Of course it will be on YouTube. On the tube of the U. Yesterday's will be on the tube of the U today too. They just wouldn't cooperate until right before this live. Well, thanks. I love my rings too. They all have symbolic meaning to me. Except for this one. Fun story about my rings. My dad, they have not been married for a long time, right? But my dad used to always buy my mom jewelry. For the holidays, like her birthday, Mother's Day, things like that. And he'd always take me. It means whatever you want, Ugg Tony. So yes, then that means that he is your twin flame. I don't believe in twin flames, but if the tarot reader said that you and your SP are a twin flame, then that means that you're bonded for life. You're meant to be together. That's what that means. You're meant to be together, like a soulmate. That you've been together, according to the tarot readers, they'll say like that you've been together like in a past life, right? That's your twin flame. You're destined to be together. So take that shit and run with it, bitch. I only listen to what I want to hear. If the tarot reader tells me the opposite, I'm like, fuck you. I don't even know what the fuck you're talking about. Okay, but my dad used to always buy my mom jewelry, and he always took me because he wanted my opinion. And so I was always like, I would look and I'd be like, oh, that one's nice. Oh, that one's really nice too. So my mom, this is her birthstone. So she got the big one. And I was like, well, I did help you pick out the jewelry. So this is my consolation prize. And then this ring was bought on my 40th birthday by my parents because they love me so much. And it's opal. And opal's rare, by the way, which is why the birthstone typical is pink. Because opal is rare because I'm rarity. And then this is my grandmother's ring. She has the tiniest fingers in the world. And when my mom gave this to me, I had lost a crap ton of weight. So the ring fits on me. It would have never in life fit on me before because it's like a size 5. Okay, it's small as fuck. It's because she did a reading for me prior to doing some reconciliation spell and sweetener spell for SP. Oh, for Christ's sakes, Tony. Why do people always go to the spell direction? Although, okay, you guys want to know a real simple spell? This could work. This was always my go-to one. Okay, I decided to simplify the fucking spell process for you. You're welcome. Get a red candle out. Try it out this weekend, okay? Try it out this weekend. I'm dead serious. Okay, get a red candle. It can literally be a candle from the fucking Dollar Tree because that's where my candle came from. The Dollar Tree, bitch, okay? It was like the pillar candles, right? Like not a pillar candle, but you know what I'm talking about? They're like in the long tube, glass tube. The ones that like the Hispanics use that have like Jesus on it. You know what I'm saying? That type of candle. Okay. Okay. It's a red candle. Okay. Get that. I always take the cellophane thing off of it just because that's just my thing. You're going to light the candle. Okay. Now, quick note about candles. You're supposed to let them burn to the edges. Okay. My candle friend told me that. Okay. But anyway, you're going to light the candle and you're going to look in the candle. Okay. This is what I swear to God, this is what I used to do. And I would say, powers of the universe, enter SP's name. Okay. I said first and last name. Okay. Bring SP back to me. That is my will. So mote it be. And you stare into the flame of the candle. Okay. It's literally it. And you say it 3 times. Powers of the universe, bring SP's name back to me. That is my will. So mote it be. But I'm dead ass serious. Because I did that shit. This is well before I was aware of manifestation with my last ex-boyfriend. Okay. And he came back. Within like 48 hours after he told me the opposite. So every time we would break up, I would go back. Nope, none of that's necessary. I did that. I'm dead serious though. I did that and he came back. And so every time we would break up, I would do it. And I would say it 3 times. Then I'd wait for a little bit. Then I would say it again. I'd be like, powers of the universe, bring SP's name back to me. That is my will, so mote it be. But you have to say it in groups of 3. Okay? And every time he would come back. Yeah. Until I decided I don't want his ass anymore. But yeah. I did that. And then when I was manifesting my boyfriend now, originally, Taylor. Yeah, but you ain't got to shake the shit, bitch, and keep it around, and no one's going to know what you're doing because it's just a red candle. It's like you're just lighting a candle. It's out on your table. But when I was manifesting my boyfriend back, I had done that. I had said it because it's just something that I find fun to do. Because I'm pulling out all the stops. So I'm just saying, if you want something fun to do, something simple to do, just go to the Dollar Tree and just buy a candle. There's a red candle from there. I like the tall one. I don't think that's a requirement. Try it out though. What you think? Do it actually and believe it. Be like, this is it. This is the final solution. Yes. This is it. This is it. I don't even think that's required, to be quite frank. Mina. There you go. I'm telling you. I did this, and within 48 hours, he showed up. I'm just saying. No, was it 48 hours? Yeah. I did it twice. I did it once per day. In 2 days. Showed up. Now, don't think that that's all you're doing, okay? I'm dead ass serious though. So you still have to control your inner conversations, right? You still have to control your inner conversations and everything I tell you guys to do. But let's have fun with it. Manifestation is supposed to be fun. So I want you guys to bring your little happy ass on over to Walmart or Hobby Lobby, wherever just keep it cheap, okay? We're cheap around here. Keep it cheap. Go to Walmart or the Dollar Tree and buy yourself that pillar fucking can, that jar candle, the tall one, and just light that bitch up tonight. No, there's no there's no full moon required. No summer solstice required. No stars aligning required, okay? There's nothing required but a lighter and a candle. And you're just gonna say, I'm dead ass serious. Say it to yourself 3 times, and then keep it pushing. And then let the candle burn. I mean, who doesn't love a candle, right? It sets the mood for the night, okay? Just let the candle burn. And then put it out when you're done, right? Put it out like an hour or whenever. And then the next day, light that bitch again. Say exactly what I said again. And then come back and report back. I'm trying, look, I need you all to get your shit by the end of Sunday. Because that was my challenge to you. In case you are new here, I challenged everybody on Tuesday. I said, you have until Sunday at midnight to get movement from your SP. So if you're in no contact, you have till Sunday at midnight to get contact from your SP. Okay? If you're in contact with your SP, you have options. You have until Sunday for them to tell you, Sunday midnight for them to tell you everything that you want to hear, or for them to come and see you, or if you're long distance to make plans. Okay? If you are in any of the ships, then you have till Sunday at midnight for them to tell you everything you want to hear. Okay, listen to this very clearly, guys. Here's what you say into the candle. Now, you don't have to be like this in the candle, okay? I literally put it on the coffee table, burn that shit, lit it up, and then you say, because manifestation is supposed to be fun, okay? So I lit it, and I said, powers of the universe. Since you guys believe in the universe, and the universe is real, okay? It's not bringing you shit. But you say, powers of the universe, bring SP's name back to me. That is my will. So mote it be. Yes, SP always tells me what I want to hear. Yep, he's going to tell me exactly what I want to hear. He is going to tell me exactly what I want to hear. It's the most powerful thing you guys can say. Because they do. It's one of my people's favorite. It's several of my clients' favorite line to use. Because they're like, dude, that one is amazing. Because they always tell me everything I want to hear. Let's all be a little witchy this weekend. Hey, you know what? You're fucking welcome. You're welcome, okay? No candle spellcaster needed. Okay? No spellcaster needed. No candle spellcaster needed. And you know what? You're guaranteed to not burn down your house. Okay? You know how many people I've talked to that bought like a candle spell from some fucking body online and then went to go light that shit and it started sparkling and crackling and almost blew their house up. Well, this one ain't gonna do that shit. And it's gonna take you 5 seconds. And I would say it, and then I would go about my day. Or I'd be watching a show, and then I'd be like, oh, I'll say it again. I'm telling you, 48 hours. It's supposed to be fun. So I'm telling you, I'm not over here selling black candle magic. Okay, I should go sell red candles now. Maybe put that on the website. We have spell candles available for purchase. No, I do not buy them from the Dollar Tree. Man, what a markup. What a markup that would be. I know, Golden Baby Live. That's because you've been all up in your fucking feelings and on this fucking stupid shit that you've been on. Mm-hmm. All this stupid stuff you've been on, making up all these fucking stupid assumptions and all that shit. That's what you've been busy doing. That's what you've been busy doing. Reacting to everything. Reacting. Thanks, Smashley. My boyfriend calls me his little witch because he thinks I have a witchy laugh. Hey, I light it every night and say that shit. What I give a fuck for? But I'm telling you, yep, so mote it be. So mote it be. MOTE space IT space B. And yes, I got that simple line off of Pinterest for free. For free, because I'm telling you, I ain't paid for that shit. And like, you got me screwed up if you think I'm gonna pay $100, hundreds of dollars for a fucking candle spell, when I can go on Pinterest, find something very easy to remember. Right? Because you got to remember it, right? So I wanted it. Tony, yes, let me address that in just one second. So I literally never. I found one. I found one that that was just easy for me. I was like, oh, that's easy to remember. I can remember that shit. Because clearly years later, I still remember the shit. Right? And it was super easy to say. But I'm telling you, it worked every time. Quickly, like within 48 hours. So I was just like, And did it? Yeah, because I assumed it would. Did I assume it would the first time? No, probably not. Right? But when it did, I was like, oh shit. So I was like, okay, all right. But I didn't fix anything, right? Mentality wise. So therefore it kept sliding back. So you're going to do exactly what I said. We're not getting off track here. You're going to do exactly what I said. Let's just have fun with it this weekend. Okay. I'm trying to help you guys get your shit quickly. I don't believe in, I don't believe in candle spell casters. Okay. like, how do you know? You know what I'm saying? And do you have to have the belief? Yeah. But you know what? I just got a YouTube video. It's the most powerful spell in the world. But I believe in my innate ability. Okay. So whatever you believe is going to work. Period. Okay. So I just think, why not have a little fun? I pull out all the stops. You got me fucked up. Okay. I'm going to pull out all the stops. So that's what I would do. That's what I would do. Do both. Do it all. I did miss you today, Ray. I totally missed you today. I know, Golden Baby Love, but that's why, because you weren't persisting in the version of your SP that you wanted, okay? You weren't persisting in the version of your SP that you wanted. So because you weren't persisting in the version of your SP that you wanted, that's why you get hot and cold behavior. That's why things tend to happen, because you're not persisting in what you want. You're reverting back. When would now be a good time to stop doing that? Okay, first of all, Tony, nothing kills your manifestation unless you decide it does. Okay, remember, everything boils down to your assumptions. Okay, so why in the fuck would you want to assume that anything kills your manifestation? So no, it does not. Okay, is it okay to feel sad, cry, and reflect on the past I didn't heal from and still manifest SP? It depends on what you're reflecting on the past. But here's the thing. You don't need to heal from your past. Okay. Like if you're talking about like something that happened to you un-SP related, you don't have to heal from your past to manifest your SP. You don't. However, you also don't need to do all this healing for inner child, like heal the inner child and all this fucking work. Like you don't have to do that. Okay? At all. All you need to do is tell yourself something different. Okay. So if you keep telling, this is why people don't heal from their past, because you're holding on to it and you're saying, well, I have a lot of past trauma. Okay. Well, as long as you keep identifying with having a lot of past trauma, then guess what you're going to have? A lot of past trauma, because that's what you keep identifying with. You're holding it in your current reality. Well, I need to heal from my past. Or you can tell if that's the case, you're going to keep needing to heal from your past until you tell yourself something different. Until you tell yourself, I've completely healed from my past. I have no past trauma. I've completely healed from my past. Everything in my life has always been perfect. I've always had the perfect life. I've completely healed from my past. When you do that, it changes the trajectory of your life. So you don't actually have to heal from your past. Okay. But this is why things in people's past affect their current life today, because they keep reverting back to past trauma, past hurt. You know what I'm saying? I need you to elaborate on that, Natalie. What do you mean? How would you pepper in the perfect version? You mean of your SB? Because if that's the case, then it really comes down to you saying, like, because you're now in contact, right? So I had 3 affirmations that I would say outside of the steps. Okay, so I would say my core affirmations, but then I would have 3 other ones that I would say, and that was, we're great. He's the perfect boyfriend. We have the best relationship. Okay, because therefore we would be great. He's the perfect boyfriend, and we have the best relationship. Because they're powerful, bitch. They are powerful. No, golden baby love, that's the worst thing you can do. Okay, the worst thing you can do is tell yourself that this is also something that you have to think longevity wise. Okay, let's think over the course of your life. You only want to create assumptions that benefit you. Okay, that's all we want to do. So the worst thing you can do is create an assumption that you have to affirm your life away, or it's not going to work, or things are going to slide backwards, right? Things like that. That's the worst assumption you can make, because how the fuck do you plan to move forward in your future? You just going to affirm your entire life all day, every day? Or your boyfriend's going to leave you, and then now you're married, now your husband's going to leave you? Fuck that. Nope. No. Don't do that. Okay? How to manifest aligned customer in 12 hours. I don't know what an aligned customer is. Okay? But you tell yourself that. I just got the perfect customer. I literally just got the perfect customer. Everyone tells me yes. Everyone buys for me. I have the perfect customer. I just enrolled the perfect customer. However they're coming to you, that's what you tell yourself. And don't focus on the time. Don't focus on the time at all. Like, I make new sales every day. I sign new customers up every single day. I just got the perfect aligned customer. Okay? Just got implies exactly that. Don't worry about the how. Don't worry about none of that shit. And don't focus on the time. Do not focus on the time. Okay? Because when you don't focus on the time, but you throw the time out there, why don't you guys try it? Okay, here we go. Well, why don't you just do it, okay? Here we go. For everyone in no contact with their SP, I want you just right now to tell yourself that you're going to let it go. You're going to fucking forget about it. You're going to let it go. Let it go. Let it go. Okay? I want you to tell yourself right now, I know he or she is going to contact me before Sunday. I absolutely know he's going to contact me before Sunday. Talk to you soon, honey. Mm-hmm. Let it go. Now stay your path. Don't worry about Sunday. Don't give it any more effort. Don't give it any more attention at all. Just stay your path. But you said it and you're going to forget it. Now, if you're in constant contact with your SP, then pick something and decide that that's going to happen on Sunday. Before Sunday. Before Sunday. And then let it go. I know he's going to come see me this weekend. I know he is. He absolutely wants to come see me this weekend. Why wouldn't he? Then let it go. And then stay your path. Right? If you're in any of the ships. He's absolutely going to tell me everything I want to hear this weekend. He's going to tell me everything I want to hear before Sunday. I absolutely know this for sure. 1,000% guaranteed. And then let it go. Drop it. You know, drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot. It's fucking Friday. It's one of those moods today. Plus, this is the kind of mood you're in when great things come your way today. Because great things are coming your way today. They're coming your way every day, baby. Can you talk to others while manifesting what we want from SP? Yeah, sure, why not? Sure, why not? Because remember, it's all based on what you tell yourself, okay? It's always based on what you tell yourself. So you don't want to tell yourself certain things like if I talk to someone else, then SP's going to go away or I'm not going to get my shit, right? Like we don't want to do that, okay? Because that fucks your stuff up. Because remember, these are all inner conversations you're having, right? Just like these stupid morons on the internet are like, be careful what music you listen to. Seriously. It can ruin your manifestation with your SP. If you're listening to sad music, what in the fuck are you talking about? Like, I don't even know what you're talking about. Like, that makes no fucking sense. No sense at all. Actually, Bevy, before this live ends, we're going to do the 200K likes. 200K likes will get somebody, instead of 30 days with text coaching, is going to get a coaching call with me. You guys should hope that I get manifestations every day. Which I do, because everything always goes my way. And you don't know what's going on behind the scenes, so your job is not to question a goddamn thing. It's seriously not to question anything. At all. At all. And tell yourself, this is all working out even better than I expected. Even better than I expected. Now, see, these are things that you should randomly throw out. Okay? These are like you guys think that like everything has to be like a robotic affirmation. No, because that's not how this works. Okay, that's not how this works. Is because remember, robotic affirming, you got to get it in there. You got to affirm, create the repetition so that it gets into the subconscious mind, right? Well, why do all that? Why do all that for all the shit? When I could simply take my core affirmations so that I'm affirming, creating the repetition to get into the subconscious mind. But at the same time, I could just randomly, like I do with the negative shit, I could just randomly throw some random things out there and have that shit manifest quickly. Well, I'd much rather do that shit while I'm focusing on the repetition, because repetition is to distract my thoughts, but I may as well throw out some random ass shit like, oh yeah, this is all working out even better than I expected. Hell yeah. Yep. He's looking at my profile every single day. I know he looks at my profile every goddamn day. He got a fake account right now. He's looking at my shit. I know he's thinking about me right now. He is absolutely miserable without me right now. I know he's completely miserable without me. It's just like random ass shit. Random. He's having a miserable day today. In fact, I know he's having the worst day of his life right now because all he can do is think about me. And he knows now. I know he knows that I'm the best boyfriend or girlfriend he's ever had. I know he knows this. And then just keep pushing. Like, these are so many random things that you're just throwing out there. And you don't have to switch them up. You can have a handful of them that you say every day, but just once. You just throw it out there. And you say it in a way that's so natural to you, like confidence, right? This is a confidence thing. Because remember, tonality. tonality. Okay? Your subconscious mind operates off of pictures, sounds, and feelings. Okay? Which is why, I mean, I'm not going to say that you do not have to feel it to be real. Okay? But it operates off of pictures. So when you're having conversations in your mind, when you're telling yourself something, it's creating a picture in your mind. Okay? And then sounds, tonality of how you say things. Okay? This is why when you robotically affirm, it's typically robotic, right? Say the same way over and over again. So therefore it has to get to the subconscious mind. But when you're just randomly throwing things out there, you should say it in a way that's just completely like a matter of a fucking fact. Like how I say it. You know what I'm saying? Where I'm like, dude, I know he's having a completely miserable day without me. I know he misses my ass like shit. You know what I'm saying? It's an assurity. Because again, what pushes out? This is where we bypass the conscious mind. Okay, this is where we biohack the subconscious mind, and we have to understand what pushes out. So what can I do with the least amount of effort to kill all the birds with one goddamn fucking stone? Because I don't got a lot of time here. I do not have a lot of time here, and I'm not trying to do 55,000 things at all. So I'm going to create that assurity. Excuse me while I stick to the chair. I'm going to create that assurity, that certainty through my tonality, through the way I say things, because it's tonality, right? And so if I create the assurity and the certainty, that's the only way you do it is through tonality. And then what pushes out? The assurity, the certainty, the knowing, right? And the way you do that is in the way you talk. Right? So if you and your SP were together right now, like in a relationship, right? And somebody would be like, are you guys in a relationship? I mean, how would you answer that fucking question? Yes. No. Right? No. If they were to be like, are you guys together? You'd be like, yeah. Assurity. Certainty. That's what manifests. So you should be adding assurity and tonality in the things that you fucking randomly throw out there, because it's natural. It's natural to you. Okay. So that's what I want you guys to do. Just throw random ass shit out there, because it doesn't all have to be it doesn't all have to be like movement based, but it's leading to the movement. Okay. So it's like when you're saying like, I know his ass is thinking about me right now. I know he's having a completely miserable day because I know he's thinking about me. He thinks about nothing but me all day. All he can think about is how perfect we are together. Right? Like, you may not see that in your 3D, but it's leading to the movement. Okay. So then when it pushes out, it's like, that's right, baby. That's right. Does that make sense? Yes, I just answered that fucking for you. It's kind of like when they say be careful what you watch on TV. It's like the only thing I say is to stay away from the news. And the only reason why is because the news is opinions. You know what I'm saying? It's opinions. And so you end up like my parents are the quintessential examples of this. So it ends up tainting your assumptions and your feelings and thoughts based on their opinion. Okay? Because they all have an agenda. So that's the only reason I say stay away from that. But I don't think because you watch a horror flick that you're going to become a serial killer. You know what I'm saying? That's fucking stupid. That is so stupid. It's things like that they're full of shit. Okay? Because I've seen that. A lot of people will tell you, be careful what kind of music you listen to. Because if you listen to sad music, be careful. I listen to whatever music I can jam out to. Whatever music I can I jam out to. Whatever I can sing to, I'm listening to. I am listening to. Look at Bevy keeping me on track. Whatever I can sing to. So, yeah, I listened to that one song. What's it called? Bleeding in Love or whatever. I sing to that shit. I still got my shit. So again, don't create those stupid ass assumptions, okay? Because that doesn't work. Yeah, you know who your ideal client is, Alexandra. So it could be like, yeah, I just signed, okay? I just signed a new perfect client today because you need it in 12 hours. I literally just signed a new perfect client today. I sign a new perfect client every single day, or I sign a new client every day. Okay? Because you signing up or getting a new client every day is going to be the perfect client, right? So you can keep it that way. Yeah, I sign new clients daily. I literally sign new clients up out of thin air. They come to me from everywhere. New clients come to me from freaking everywhere. I sign up new clients daily. Yep, everyone tells me yes. Everyone tells me yes. I cut the cord in your earlier live. What do I do next? Dr. Lisa D, did you do the photo method, bitch? Because we did that right after the cord cutting. SP is specific person, Alexandra, but I've manifested successfully. I only teach successfully what I've manifested, and that is business success, money, weight loss. That's how I got my start in the manifestation community. And I've coached hundreds and hundreds of entrepreneurs. I've successfully helped over 80 entrepreneurs hit 7 figures in their business in less than 3 years. Okay, my quickest success when it came to business success and telling him what to do if he had an audience, because he had an audience. So I helped him fix his mindset through leveraging the law of assumption, right? So I told him what to do there, and then I gave him a traffic strategy because he had an audience on Facebook, or on school. I think it was on school. That brought him from nothing to over $100,000 in 57 days. Mm-hmm. Good news, baby love. Okay, let's hit me some good news. He sent me a picture of him, so now I can do the photo method. Well, snaps, golden baby love. That is great. You know, you should have looked at that photo when he sent it and been like, oh, just wait, baby. Thank you so much. Just wait, honey. This is perfect. And now you're done clearly whining because obviously you're not blocked. Good Lord. Oh, man. That's right, Shada. And he's going to tell you everything that you want to hear, bitch. He is telling you everything that I want to hear. Yeah, Smashly, because I'm about to fucking smack Taylor in the face. She's my hairdresser client. But I need to wash my hair because I need to fix. Said I wouldn't break out and haven't had a pimple in a month. That's right, baby. Snaps for Lisa. That's how easy it works, guys. That's how easy it works. I manifested my pimple to go away. 48 hours because one was here, right? As you guys saw on my live, because I was like, what the fuck is this? And then one appeared here and I was like, oh, hell no. I have not even, I never get pimples, ever. And so I was like, oh, hell no. And so I was like, nope, I don't have no pimples. I never get pimples. And they were gone. Gone. Because we get what we want and we get it when we want it. We got great energy around here, Alexandra. You should stick around. All right, Tyler. This is for everybody else that is in contact with your SP and they are not showing up how you want them to be. That is because you are not seeing them as that version. You have to see them as the version you want and expect them to be for you. So this is why people hire us. Ooh, Bevy, I think I sent you that shit. This is why people buy the SP story. It's like $10 fucking. It's not a lot of money. I'm the low price leader in the coaching space, so I can help as many people as possible. Okay. But it's only $10, but people will buy one so that the SPA story gets rewritten because you need to see them differently. You need to describe them differently. Oh, Bevy. You have to see them differently. So you need to go back to the version of them that they were typically in the beginning of your relationship because you've seen them change, right? But you also know what they're capable of because they weren't that way when you first met them. You know what I'm saying? So because they weren't that way when you first met them, you have shown yourself that they have the ability to change because you've changed them over the course of your relationship. So all you have to do is select the version of your SP that you want them to be for you. And then they will be that version for you. Which is why they show up differently to everybody. Okay, which is why they show up differently to everybody. But you've seen how they are with you. So this is not a level of delusion. Right? It's like, I've seen how they are with me. That's how I met them. So I know that they're different. And then and then you can pepper in some things that maybe you want that you learned. Okay. But really it's about selecting the version of your SP from when you first met them. That's what I would do. Yeah, Natalia. Oh man. I'm telling you, you gotta be like, what was it called? You got like this one lady. I told you guys this. I was reading this story on Instagram a while ago. And well, not a while ago, but I told you guys a story about the lady, who did not, she definitely forced the 3D after the breakup, for sure. For sure. But she was hella clever though, because when I was reading, I was like, damn. I mean, she took petty. I mean, I'm petty, but she took petty to a whole nother level. And she forced a 3D in a massive way, which obviously didn't work. It completely backfired. But do you guys remember the story where she hired somehow, I was like, how the fuck did she know this in the first place? Did she like put a GPS tracker on his car or something? Like so stalkerish. But somehow she knew that he was going to be out on a date. And she knew where the date was going to be. She must have bugged his phone, right? It's not like, how else would you know that shit, right? So she knew where the date was going to be, so she hired a mariachi band to show up at the restaurant that he was at and play heartbreak songs. Play heartbreak songs the entire time. She gave him like a whole playlist. And he kept trying to move around the restaurant. And the mariachi band kept following him. And then they would point at him at certain parts of the song that they were singing. Finally, he left. And now he's walking down the street and they're still following him down the street with his girlfriend. And then she got arrested. I mean, that's forcing that 3D to a whole nother level. So I tell you guys because it's hilarious, but please don't get any ideas. Don't get any ideas. Ren, you missed our candle spell that we're going to be doing this weekend. Yes, Bleeding Love. I love that song. I love all fucking, any song I could sing to, I love. Yes. We did a little early today. Threw you guys off. I threw you guys off. Look at that. Snaps for Dr. Lisa. She did the cord cutting and the photo method, and he called instantly. Yes, you did. So, we got to wrap this up. We got 3 minutes. Okay, so you guys know what you're supposed to be doing. Okay? You guys know what you're supposed to be doing. So we're gonna do the candle this weekend. We're gonna do the candle this weekend. I'm dead ass serious. You know what to say to the candle. Okay? You're going to focus on your inner conversations, right? You're going to focus on that. You're going to focus on putting yourself in the state of knowing, okay? The state of expectation, the state of where if your mom was to be like, you guys are not getting back together, you don't even believe her ass, okay? That's the state that you need to be in, where it doesn't even matter what he says, that you don't even believe your SP, okay? That thing. I know you missed it, Ren. You missed it, buddy. Yeah, you take a long red candle that you get from the Dollar Tree, and you're going to speak into it. Powers of the universe, bring SP's name back to me. That is my will, so mote it be. Mote it be. MOTE space IT space B. Okay? I'm telling you. You know, to come back into the WhatsApp group and be like, damn! And I just gave you that shit for free. Fuck. Damn it. I believe in all kinds of money on the table. I believe in all kinds of money on the table. But do that this weekend, okay? You're going to throw out random things, and you're going to say it in a way that's a matter of fact for you, a surety. Create the surety, the certainty in the tonality of how you say things, okay? And you're going to really, really focus on that. I really want you to throw out random things. And then I want you to focus on being in the state where if right now your SP was to call you up and tell you everything that you wanted to hear, how would you feel? How would you feel? What kind of thoughts would you be having? And I don't know why I'm doing this because they're not two phones. How would you feel? What kind of thoughts would you be having? That becomes your most dominant state. As if you know. I know how this ends. That's all I need to fucking know. Okay? That's your task. All right. I go and I want you guys to report all the movement you guys are receiving this weekend. I mean, I'll be back tomorrow anyway. But anyway. I go live every day at 10 o'clock Pacific time. If you ever miss a live, I always put them on the tube of the U. So while you're there, subscribe, watch them, but implement them, okay? Because I am your bestie and I try to hold you accountable, but I can't make you do the shit, okay? It's not about following the law. It's about leveraging the law of assumption and everything in your life. The words out of their mouth, everything. I teach you how to leverage everything because I'm really good at it and I will find the leverage in anything that came out their goddamn mouth. It's a superpower of mine. Okay? I manifested my boyfriend from no contact to living with me in only 4 weeks. I'm here to help you do the same. I'm good at it. I've helped hundreds of people get their SPs back since I've been teaching this shit in February. Because I know what works. If you want me to manifest your SP for you or you want to work with me one-on-one so you can figure out where you're going wrong so you can get it right, links are in my bio or description if you're on YouTube. Okay? Now, Bevy, I'm going to hang out here 1 second. So, right now, real quick, I want you to, Bevy is going to give away, she's going to pick one lucky winner right now that's going to win a coaching session with me because time is of the essence and I'm feeling so great that I want somebody to win a coaching session with me. So, come on, Bevy. She's winning. Come on, Bevy. Come on, bitch. Oh, now she wants you to type VIP. Oh man, she's over here. Oh, come on. Pick one, Bevy. Do you like how I give Bevy the task of picking? Bevy, are you taking all day long, or what are you doing? Are you taking all day? Jackie. Oh. I don't know, Jackie, but you better not piss me off if you win, though, bitch. You better do what I fucking say. Mima, we're talking today, bitch. Thanks, New Beginnings. Stick around because we have a good time here. Jackie is the winner as long as Jackie does what the fuck I say. Do you understand, Jackie? You better do what the fuck I say, and you better stop talking about your recipe in a negative ass way. Do you understand? Snaps for Jackie. Snaps for Jackie. Snaps for Jackie. All right, Jackie, hit up Bevy, please, because so she can get you on my calendar. Relentless. She's clever. She tagged her comment. Pay attention, guys. Pay attention. You always got to ask yourself. This is a business lesson that I used to always teach my entrepreneurs. Is what do you need to do something to stand out? Taylor, fuck you. Really? I gotta try. Taylor, I love fucking Taylor, by the way. I love Taylor. I love all of you. All right, guys, I got a jet. It's Friday. Relax, please. Relax, please. Okay? Hold on now. Hold on. Shit. Well, thank you, Smashly. I would love to hear it. All right. Enjoy your Friday, and I will see you all tomorrow. Love you, besties. Bye.